and welcome to the next episode of Interview Desk. Today we have Jem on the mic, and she is an inspiring entrepreneur and blogger. So before we get started, she is going to give a brief introduction.
Hello, everyone. As you mentioned, my name is Jemii, and I have a brand that I am trying to get out and about. My goal is to help inspire as many people as possible, as well as help them look good doing it. So, blogging and fashion is something that I love, and it's been that way since I was a little kid. So, let's see where this goes.
All right. So the first thing I wanted to ask you, what are you trying to achieve by blogging, and what topics will you be focusing on your blog?
More or less, I would like to achieve just natural success, if that makes sense. Because nowadays, everyone's so quick to just get likes, just to
Yeah.
get
Right.
clicks, and there's no real substance, if that makes sense.
Right.
I feel like my life has kind of been a means for me to help teach people, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And
So,
what topics will you be focusing on?
not only fashion, just how to, once I perfect these different things, just how to budget, how to get out of debt, how to minimize problems before they occur, how to deal with life as the punches come, because I know life happens and some people aren't naturally prepared because they weren't either taught by their parents, or it's just something that isn't taught in school. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, moving on. So since you're going to be blogging about fashion and other stuff as well, what is your current take on the fashion industry?
My current take on the fashion industry right now is it's progressively moving forward in a good way, especially with everyone being body positive and they're getting their head on straight. It's not just catered to one group of people anymore. That makes sense. There's something for everybody, which I think is awesome. And
Definitely.
nowadays it's a little harder to kind of do that now, because I know back when I was a little kid, I'm originally from California, so back when I was a little kid, everyone wanted to shop at Hollister, Abercrombie, things like that. And those brands necessarily, they only cater to one group of people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everyone's style was so basic. Now you have everyone accepting themselves and being happy with themselves, and so their dress is essentially making them who they are as people. So the phrase, if you look good you feel good, that's 100% true.
Okay. So the next thing, I know you mentioned that recent life events have affected your rebrand on your blog that you're doing currently. And I wanted to ask would you mind sharing any of those experiences with the viewers?
Okay, sure. Prime example is I am 21, or sorry, Lord help me, I'm 22. When I was 21, I started this phase of writing, just because I felt like I have a duty, a duty to others to help. So I had wrote this post on things that I had learned when I was 21 versus that I never experienced as a kid growing up. And no one really tells you the things you gotta look out for as an adult. And so a lot of things that I feel now are more or less important, and they were mundane as a kid because it didn't pertain to me. Is it's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to fail, because
Yeah.
failure is something that's going to help you succeed. If you don't fail, if you never experience struggle, if you never experience anything that makes your triumph worth triumphing for, you won't get there. So it's more or less just that internal dialogue of keep going, don't give up. It's hard right now. Things may look bleak, but if you just keep walking a few more paces, you'll get there. It's like that story of the two miners where they're trying to get to the diamonds, and the one who gives up is right there by the diamonds, whereas the one that
Right.
keeps going gets the diamonds. So it's more or less that give and take, if you will.
Yeah. I use that metaphor from time to time as well. For the bloggers that are listening in, do you have, or people that would like to blog, do you have any advice for up and coming people that want to blog or people that are just interested in blogging?
Definitely, definitely. I will say, I'm now becoming a little more passionate about it. Is don't give up, because I know as a writer sometimes we often get lazy, extremely lazy, to where you may have a fire to write all the time, and then something will happen and you get writer's block, or you'll blame yourself not writing on writer's block. So I would say write through your writer's block. If you can't figure out what to write, just write the sky is blue and kind of keep going.
Yeah.
It's what you make it at this point. Like, we are all given all these tools for a reason. So it's more or less what you make it. But I believe that if you keep going and you don't give up, you will be where you need to be eventually.
Okay. Good advice. Good advice. Um, Now, what can people expect to see from you on the blog or in other ventures as well, if you're doing anything else?
I currently have another brand that I'm building up that will be out the end of this year, early January 2017. I'll post all the info on your page if you don't
Okay.
mind. Or
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
send you a
put
link.
all your links and everything in the description of the video so people can follow up and go to your stuff as well.
Exactly. So you'll see all of that. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at Jemii Boho, JEMIIBOHO. And then the blog will be up and active. It'll be my same name.com or .tumblr, whichever one I decide. But everything will be in the link. So that's where they can find me.
Okay. And for the last question that I want to close out with, I wanted to ask you what your why is for doing everything that you're doing. And if you had anything else that you wanted to share with the viewers, feel free.
My why for choosing entrepreneurship. My why is because I'm tired of listening to people telling me when I can eat and when I can provide for myself. So essentially, doing it myself is teaching me that I don't have to depend on anyone to get it for me, or I have to go to someone to sign a paycheck for me. So that's why I'm doing it. And not only that, I want to be an inspiring story to family members and to, you know what I'm saying, and to little girls that may be listening or watching one day. So I don't want to
Yeah.
just be doing it just for, the likes or clicks, but it's a little deeper meaning behind it. And I know nowadays everyone's so caught up in, oh my God, I have millions of followers. I may only have like one, but it'll be that one person that's going to ride with you, that'll help you get to where you need to go, versus a million people who don't care. So that's the reason why I'm doing it, is because I am tired. Simply, I am tired of someone telling me when I can eat. I'm tired of the hustle and bustle of every day. It's not for me anymore.
Okay. And did you have anything else that you would like to share before we close out?
Yes, actually. A couple days ago, I read a story about a man who quit his job 3 months ago, and he was on a path to become this very successful entrepreneur. He had no money. He took out everything from his job so he can support himself and his family. And he ended up making $1 million in 90 days. So no matter what your struggle is, no matter what your hustle is, if you're drop shipping, if you're selling makeup, if you are just having a YouTube channel and you just product review everything, whatever your hustle is, if you believe in yourself, you can achieve it. That is my advice to anyone listening. You believe it, you can achieve it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening in on this episode of Interview Desk. tune in to all the upcoming episodes, and I will see you guys next time.
Bye.